About the police response to all of the 911 calls for help. The police union is asking why mutual aid was not requested. KTVU's Jesse Gary joins us now live with the department's answer. Jesse.
Heather, the department's official response is that additional resources were not needed, but the police union has a much different take, and they say public safety was and is at risk.
The San Jose PD failed miserably at that basic task.
Monday, a figurative and literal split in perception between the San Jose Police Department and its unionized officers.
This weekend, we were very busy with several high-priority events.
The divide centers on multiple emergency calls from Saturday night through early Sunday morning.
A lot of crying of women, just crying over something that I didn't know what was happening at the time.
Officers responded to at least 5 instances of shots fired and 3 stabbings. The crime scenes stretch from east to south to north to near downtown.
Our patrol officers handled everything, responded to these calls.
When someone calls 911, the police should answer that call. The San Jose PD failed miserably.
The Police Officers Association says dozens of additional 911 calls went unanswered for hours due to a shortage of officers. Despite requiring overtime from so-called swing shift and third shift officers, some portions of America's 10th largest city had no police officers available for service.
San Jose PD failed. People died, and we need to know why. Today, we are calling for an investigation into why city leaders did not request mutual aid.
San Jose's mayor and city manager both say such a request must come from the police chief. In a statement, the department says, "We did not conclude that the amount of calls required assistance from any allied agency. We had over 100 officers handling and assisting with all the major incidents."
I've never been working a shift where the calls were so out of hand that we had to call in another allied agency.
Brass points to the George Floyd protests from 2020 as an example of the last time mutual aid was needed. But the officers' union says with some of its members forced to work 16 hours or more, additional outside resources were needed this past weekend.
City leaders are working our officers far too long, too often, and it's putting the public safety at risk and officers at risk.
There's no word on if there will be a formal investigation or which department would lead it. And if you were wondering about officers coming out of the police academy, the union says of the 112 who have graduated so far this year, only 61 are still on the force, and they are poised to lose even more officers than that by the end of this year due to retirement and resignation for better opportunities elsewhere. We're live outside San Jose Police Headquarters in San Jose. Jesse Gary, KTVU, Fox 2 News. We'll head back to you up in Oakland.
All right. Thanks, Jesse, for that report. Well, at least